Uh-oh, look at this. You're here and I'm pleased because I sure did miss your company. Welcome to the Just Saying podcast with me, Danny. Boy, this evening, was it only me feeling completely down to be open for some satisfaction. Didn't want to say yes, afraid of your reaction. I knew it was wrong for feeling this way, especially the thought of getting it on the first day. Couldn't let go, it stay on my mind at the end of the night. I had to decide, I was thinking I should make a move, but I won't. I know you're probably thinking something is wrong, knowing if I do, then it won't be right. I don't get down on the first night. Try it again. I should make a move, but I won't. I know you're probably thinking something is wrong, knowing if I do, then it won't be right. I want to get down on the first night. Y'all, that's Monica. That's Monica, circa 1998. That's the same Monica that was oh, hold on, let me tell y'all what else was on that album, because you know Apple will let you go ahead on and go to that album. Shout out to them. That's the same one as with the For You I Will, I Will, I Will, I Will. Y'all know that song, like, shut up. Y'all know I can't sing. So what? I be happy in my little not singing self. Hey y'all. It's me, Danny. Welcome to the podcast. 1998. Ooh, child, y'all in my business. But in 1998, I already had 2 kids. Yeah, I had one in 95. I had another one in 96. Was my son born in 98? Yeah, I think I had the third one in 98. Y'all, I know y'all like, she don't know when her kids was born. I don't got time to be remembering. Here is 5 of them. I think it was 98, 2000, and 2001. That's how they worked. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if he was born or not when it came out, but Monica was the stuff. That's the same album with Angel of Mine. So hey y'all again. Y'all seen that Monica and Brandy got back together on the Ariana Grande version of The Boy Is Mine. They put them back together. The remix just came out a couple of days ago. Did I hear it? No, but I saw a video clip. I saw a clip of her video, Ariana Grande, with the girls in the video, or the women. Excuse me, y'all. I saw a video clip. I don't know how to say it. Stop talking. Stop judging me, okay? I saw the clip of the video with the girls in it, but I haven't heard the actual remix to it, so I hope it's good. Ariana Grande, did y'all see the Quiet on Set documentary about the Nickelodeon kids? That poor Ariana and what she went through. She was part of that nonsense. Anyway, yeah, the girl been singing. I'm not the hugest fan. I'm not against her. She just doesn't really make me want to listen to her music that often. I know a couple of songs, and sometimes I hear songs and I'd be like, oh, is that Oriana? I couldn't even told you her voice like that. But anyway, there's a remix. Apparently Brandy and Monica are on the remix. Shout out to them. Y'all know we talked about, I'm tired, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why in a minute. Y'all know we talked about Brandy's brother Ray J on the last episode for a little while because he was on Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay. And you know, so it all ties it back in together. You know, we always bring it full circle around here. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Okay, so what we got going on this week? Y'all, first of all, I just want y'all to know I've been having muscle spasms all week. I've been stressed out. Okay. A lot is going on in my house. I rent, y'all know that. I rent and my landlord selling the property, so it's people at my house every other day. I'm so sick of people at my house. It's becoming so stressful. It is affecting me mentally and physically now. There's somebody here like every 2 to 3 days, and I'm so sick of it. I don't feel peaceful in my house. We're gonna jump off of it. Keep on moving, but that's also why I'm tired. I'm not sleeping well because I just don't like people in my house all the time. Like, I think because when I was younger and we lived in the projects, and when you was in the projects, like inspection was like once a year, and it was very intense. Everybody in the neighborhood was always super intense or super tense because they were looking to make sure that you kept your particular. I lived in a row house. They were making sure that your row house was clean and that it was not destroyed and whatnot. And any infractions that they deemed not suitable could get kicked out. So it was always stressful to be like, this place got to be perfect or I'm going to get kicked out. And I think that that's coming back to me. I was never kicked out about it, but the stress of it, being a single mom with a bunch of kids in the house and making sure that like everything got cleaned up and then everything stayed clean until it was your turn for the people to come inspect your place. It's just been very stressful. Then and they're not inspecting it so much for me and my cleanliness or whatnot, but still the pressure is still there, and I'm just over it. And then the thinking about having to take off for work and having to it's just a lot, and I'm tired. And I just would like to be somewhere else because now I've been here. This will literally be the 8th year for me, you all. And in the past 3 years, it's been very rocky as far as my landlord not really showing up. I haven't heard from him. Then he sold the property. Well, then he bought, or I don't know how they do it, but he attached himself to a management company. This management company is super abusive and slumlordish, and a lot of their rules and things were just not fair. And then because of all of the nonsense that was going on with them, he let that management company go recently. That management company, however, I'm giving y'all all my business because this is how stressed I am. That management company, my lease was getting ready to be up for renewal, but right before he canceled working with them. But they wanted to charge me $300 to renew my lease. I know it sounds crazy. Well, when my landlord got rid of them, they still told him that I owed them $300. So now my landlord wants me to pay him $300, but I keep disputing the fact that that $300 was for a lease renewal with the last management company. I've never paid a lease renewal price with my landlord, but once my landlord had this management company, they wanted $300 lease renewal. I said that I wasn't going to pay that. Then um I had time to not renew my lease, and then he took over the lease again. When he took over the lease, now he's saying that he wants the $300 for a lease renewal, although he's selling the property to another person who would then I would then have to sign a lease with them. So I'm in this limbo of, why do I owe $300 to renew a lease with a person who won't have my lease, because I'll have to sign a lease with another person. So we having this dispute right now. I know I'm giving y'all a lot of my business, but there's a lot of dispute about this $300, y'all, and that's stressing me out as well, because then it looks like I am delinquent on my rent because they're attaching to the rent. It's just a lot going on, y'all. I'm stressed out. Um, but and I don't have that $300 to give, so we're where we are. Anyway, let's keep moving. What happened is, oh y'all, I went to go to the Illusion Museum. It was so much fun in there. It's a cute little thing. I heard that there's illusion museums in a couple of cities, so if you haven't been there, you should go because I forgot to tell y'all, the crew here, Ash and Ruby, are here. Ruby is, I believe she's under the bed, and you'll probably hear Ash because he found a lid to something and he's pushing it back and forth around the room. So if you hear some noise, it's probably Ash with his toy, his newfound toy. The Illusion Museum, yeah. So it was not expensive to get in. It wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be to get in. It's pretty typical of most places in my city. I don't want to quote a price because I don't know if it's the same price in everybody's city. So, I don't want you to be like, you told me it was such and such. And then we got down and do your research in your own city if y'all got one. Okay. But I had a good time. And I didn't go on a solo date, y'all. I didn't go on a date though. It was a girl's day out. I went with my, two of my daughters and my grandson, and we had a good time. We took some pictures. I put them online, so if you want to see, you'll pull up on the social medias and you'll see them. It was a good time though. I had a great time. It was hot. Y'all know what else I did? I wore shorts and a tank top. Now, if you're not familiar with me, shout out to you. Welcome. It's your first time. If not, holler back at me. I had weight loss surgery a couple years ago. And when you get weight loss surgery, and even when you work out, you do have a lot of loose skin. And I have a lot of loose. My arm looked like two arms. It's like my regular arm, and then I'm swinging around extra half of an arm, like my skin real loose. I have not been approved for skin removal surgery yet, so I have this skin, and I'm not always self-conscious of it, but sometimes I am. But I put on some little baby shorts and a tank top. It was so hot that day, so I put on shorts and a tank top, and then I grabbed like a what they called. Oh man, I can't think of the word now, but like, the little wrap. I put on like a shawl, not a shawl, but you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the word it is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I put one of those on because I felt like maybe I would be a little bit insecure, but then I was just like, in the place when I got to the museum, they had little lockers that you could put your stuff in. So I put my stuff in the locker and I walked around with them shorts and that t-shirt, and I did not care. And then once I was outside walking around, the Illusion Museum is close to a stadium in my city, and it was a game getting ready to start, so it was lots of people outside. And I still was like, I didn't care, because I was in my mind like, any of these people who are looking at me and they judging my loose skin would have to know that I either lost a lot of weight from working out, or I lost a lot of weight from a weight loss surgery. Either way, what difference did it make to them on their way to the game? They didn't care about me enough. Nobody was about to yell out the window and say anything to me and stop and have a conversation with me. So it didn't matter. So I felt more secure once I was out and noticing that I wasn't being noticed. Nobody really seemed to care about me and these floppy arms or the loose skin on my legs. Now my skin on my legs doesn't hang, but it is kind of loose. But I put them shorts on and I rolled with it. It was fine. It was a hot day. We went and had Mexican food afterwards, and I was like, yes, that's delicious. It was a really good day. It was a good time. We had good timing on everything we did, moving around the city and whatnot, because it's across the river from where I live, but we cross rivers in my family. Some people in our city, you'll be shocked. There's a lot of people in our city, like, they don't go across the rivers. Like there's, you got to cross over a bridge, to get to different parts of town. And people just don't go to the different parts of town because they don't cross bridges. Well, we do. And so it's fine. It's not a problem. So we had a good time. And would I do it again? Yes. Now, I don't have anything really lined up for this weekend, but I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. I only did stuff but I will tell you this. I didn't do anything Sunday because it rained most of the day. And being in the house and being relaxed was also good. Like, we went to the store, hung out with my grandson for a little while. One of my friends, oh, shut up, y'all. I'm lying. On Sunday, I was like, why do I feel like I just chilled all day Sunday? On Sunday, I got a body stretching done. Y'all know, like, you could go to the spa and you could get a massage, right? Or you could get a facial, but you could also get this thing called a body stretching. And when I tell you, sometimes that thing is better than the massage. Not gonna lie to you. I prefer the stretching than the massage. I like a massage, but I prefer the stretching. And somebody decided to pay for me to get a stretch. It was an in-home stretch, not my home. I went to somebody else's house. I went to that person who was treating me. I went to their house. They paid for somebody to come in, and they left. And they left. They went and did some errands they had to do. But I had an hour-long stretching by I'm gonna give y'all her name because she does do this in other places and she's really excellent at it. Now, this free promotion, y'all. So baby girl, if you get some calls, if y'all call her, let her know I sent y'all, and then let her know that y'all heard about me from the podcast. But her name is Amanda Park. She's out of Houston, Texas, but she comes to a couple of other cities to do some stuff. So look her up, Amanda Parks, AmandaParks. I found again, I only knew her because the person was paying for the stretching, but you guys could book her. She's also a makeup artist, really good. She's a pretty girl too. She's also a makeup artist. So if you look and get your makeup done, or you want to get a body stretching, or you want to, pay for her to come to y'all city and y'all can have like a stretching party or something like that. She told me she in the business of touch. I like that, right? I like that. So she does, it's called Love Amanda. Let me see. Let me make sure, because I don't want to be lying to y'all. Yeah, just look up Amanda Parks on there. She's this cute girl out of Houston, Texas. You'll find her. Don't worry about it. But I had this stretch. She was amazing. Full body stretch. My neck, my shoulders, my arms, my hands, my feet, my legs, my thighs, my lion seconds of bears. Oh my, she was giving it to me. Okay, but I felt like I grew taller. I felt like I grew taller while I was there. It was amazing. Her place list was amazing. Even though we were in somebody else's house, somehow it felt like she had scented it with her own stuff. Maybe she had some body oil. I didn't feel oiled up or nothing, but I don't know what was going on. The vibe was right. Y'all need to get y'all one. Now, y'all might not want to book her because she ain't in your city, or she ain't coming to your city, or you don't want to pay for her to come, or you ain't, going there. But you can look up stretching in your city, and there's a lot of spas who offer them. There are some yoga studios who offer them. If you've never had one, you should. If you never had one, you should. You should. Your body want one, so go ahead and get one. I don't know. It was so nice though. And then, though, my friend who paid for it wanted me to explain it to him, but I was just like, girl, why you ain't just stay so you could see it? Because they never had one done. But they're one of those people who's kind of like leery of massages and things, so I don't think they really understood how the stretching works. I mean, they watched the videos of her doing it, and the connection for the stretch was that she knows somebody who knows somebody who know her, or she knows somebody who knows the woman who did the stretch, Amanda. But it was a really good experience. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, I felt relaxed, I felt open. um I felt like some energy that I needed to leave left. She's really good also at getting your breathing patterns together. So all of that stuff, it was really good. And then I just kind of, I went to the store for a quick minute, and I went home and I chilled. I also had some really delicious food. Like, because again, I had weight loss surgery. Food is not always exciting for me, but I did have some delicious food from a restaurant I wanted to try. It was good. I got into my whole ADHD or spectrum mood thing where you eat the same thing over and over again. So I ate the same meal for like 4 or 5 days, not this like from the same container. Like, I ordered more than once and I had the same meal like 5 times. But don't judge me, I do that a lot. And then, y'all, my daughter cooked for me. I know, she cooked for me. She don't cook, and so she's all like, yeah, I'm buying it. And she paid for the ingredient. What's more important here? What's more important here is she paid for all the ingredients too. In addition to cooking it, she also paid for all the ingredients. And she paid for that stuff to be delivered. I didn't have to go get nothing either. Y'all see, like, sometimes, like, the blessings flow right on through. It was like one of my daughters paid for me to go to the Illusion Museum, and then another daughter paid for my Mexican food. We've discovered that she's the food maker. Like, she just be making sure there's food, right? I don't know. She also is the person who locks my hair up. So she did my hair. I got a retwist and then I got a Mexican meal. Okay. And then somebody was nice enough to notice that I'm going through all this stress, and they went on ahead and listen to me talking about it made my body relax. Just now, because I was tense and tight. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When I started this, I was tense and tight. But then somebody paid for me to get stretched out, and then another daughter, decided to cook me dinner made with ingredients that she purchased with her own money, and all of that is amazing. I love it, happy about it. Not gonna lie to you. So there's that. That was a nice weekend. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what this weekend is going to bring. I know I'm going to go see my mama, and other than that, I'm not really sure. I don't have anything. I don't know of any like music festivals happening this weekend, or any events happening. Nobody told me about nothing. I may go to the movies. I haven't seen Bad Boy, but I don't think I saw the last one. Judge me right now. Anyway, I don't think I saw the last Bad Boy, but I'm weighing it on whether or not I'm gonna go see the new one. I don't know. We'll see. But that may happen. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to give my money to the movie theater right now. Plus, I'm broke. I really don't know if I have any money to go do anything, to be honest with y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if I got any money to go do anything. But if y'all want to contribute to the movie theater thing, the movie tickets is like $10. And I can't eat food at the movie theater, so because I can't eat like bread, like the pretzels and the chips and all of that. It's not worth the money. But I do like a good slush. So if somebody want to pay for me to go to the movies and get a slush, I'd appreciate it. Cashapp, it's me, Danny. Look it up. Y'all see me, my picture on there. I'm cute. Okay. You got time. You got time to send it and go ahead and put it in the notes, like, for the movie. I'll shout you out if you do. I'll shout you out if you do. And if more than one of y'all do it, then I'll shout all y'all out and tell y'all what I did with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'd appreciate it in advance. You know what I'm saying? Like pay black women. Why not? Okay. Uh um let's move into what I'm watching on TV. So on TV lately, I'm still watching Presumed Innocent on Apple TV. So good. So good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It actually is really good. Now I tried to watch Dark Matter. I think I mentioned it before because I heard on a couple of other podcasts that Dark Matter is a good show, but you gotta watch all the time. It's just not whole. It's taking too long for me to get what's going on, and I understand what's happening because I got the synopsis of it, but I don't care. So Dark Matter is not the one for me. However, I did watch a movie. And this movie really got me, y'all. When I tell y'all it got me, but at the same time it was really good acting. So I will want to tell you that it's a trigger warning on the fact that um the subject matter of it, but it has what is his name? Marcus Scratch. Oh, y'all, let me just hold on. Let me see if it give me how to just pronounce these names. Let me see if it tells me how to pronounce them. Marcus Scribner. That's the dude that used to be on Blackish, the oldest son. And then there's Lonnie Chavez. Lonnie Chavez was also in um give me a second, y'all, cause I'm about to tell y'all, and y'all gonna be mad at me. Lonnie Chavez. It don't want. It's acting like it don't want to tell me what he did, but we do. I do know that he's been in lots of things. Oh, okay. Lonnie Chavez is the young Randall from This Is Us. He was also in White Famous. I watched that. I don't know if y'all familiar. He was also in Bass Reeves, Lawman Bass Reeves. If y'all didn't see that, that was really good. Actually. The other stuff I don't know about. Um but he was in those shows. And then it also cast Cedric the Entertainer and oh baby, 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 baby. It also stars Method Man. Method Man plays the father to Marcus character, Marcus and Lonnie's character. They're brothers, and it's some bad stuff going on. And like I said, it's very much trigger warning in this movie. It connected with me, unfortunately, in a way, not what happened, but how feelings came up. I cried all the way through this movie. I did. There's not a lot of violence in it. There's a lot of emotional damage though. But like I said, this movie is really good. Where did I watch it on? I don't know. I want to say I watched it on Prime. It's saying it's on Stars. They're saying you can watch it on Prime. That's probably where I watched it on Prime. But again, this movie was really good. It came out in 2023. I recommend it. So y'all should go ahead on and check that out if you got the chance. Juneteenth happened, and Kendrick Lamar put his pop out um concert on Prime, and I walked around the hospital and I watched it. And when I tell y'all, he played "They Not Like Us" like 6 times. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. It actually was a really good concert though. if you are into rap. Not only was it a good concert, he also managed to bring on Bloods and Crips onto the stage, and they was dancing together, they was shaking hands, they took pictures together, like leaders of Bloods and Crip gangs. He was able to bring them together, and that was a monumental moment. What made it even better was that, like, when Kendrick Lamar and Drake were having their rap battle, Drake at one point said that Kendrick makes music that seemed like he's trying to free the slaves. And I was like, what? And then he's like, listen, you don't understand. So that They Not Like Us was even more poignant, because he was like, listen, you don't understand. Like, I have the ability to bring together, people. You just be like, entertaining them, and that's a different kind of thing. Is there a problem with just being an entertainer? No, but don't speak on the fact that I'm trying to, like, quote unquote free the slaves, like that's a bad thing. Okay, baby. You never speak about Black culture, you just use it, right? So they basically is like, he's a culture vulture. I'm not into all of it. I just think that the concert was great. I don't know if it's still up on Amazon Prime. I do think somebody has it on YouTube, so if you want to watch it, you can. It was really good. It was monumental, and I enjoyed it. I watched that thing, like I said, streaming it online, because I was at the hospital working while it went on, because y'all know I can't never take no days off. No days off. Shout out to Wale. But I did enjoy it. I hope y'all did. I wasn't watching it for the sake of a rap battle. I just like hip hop, and I like Kendrick Lamar's music, so I watched it. I enjoyed it. You should too, if you're into that kind of thing. If not, excuse me. If not, I don't know. Watch something else, I guess. Oh, you know what else? Y'all know Kev on Stage, the comedian, social media entertainer. He also has a TV show out now called Churchy. It's on BET Plus. He's a podcaster. He is an author, but also because he and his wife wrote a book. He and his wife renewed their vows. I think it's 20 years, the vow renewal for 20 years. I'm not really sure how long ago it was, but they renewed their vows. Check out their pictures. They're fly. Their vow renewal pictures are fly. Also, his wife was saying that she didn't believe in doing formal invitations, so they did a digital invitation. They did the digital invitation to their wedding. It's amazing. It's really good. And if I was ever going to be proposed to, and then we actually were going to have a wedding, even for the 4 people that I know that would come, I would do a digital invitation. I would definitely do a digital invitation. I'm into it. I like it. I like the idea. I would not do, I definitely know that after watching what she did, what Miss Kev on Stage did, I would definitely do digital invitations. Don't send me the paper ones anymore. Don't waste your money. Put it into the digital one and let me watch it over and over again. Then I could show my friends, like, look at how my people did. I did get invited to a wedding though. They had pretty invitations. I'll be there, and I'll be cute. I do have a +1. I don't have a date. I don't have a date, but yeah, y'all check out Kev on Stage and Miss Kev on Stage and their vow renewal pictures, their wedding pictures. Their kids were in some. It's cute. It's beautiful. They look nice. Y'all know who was there too? Keith Lee and his wife. And they was looking fly too. Keith was looking, his outfit for whatever part of the ceremony that they took those pictures for looked fly. They went international with that wedding too, baby. I believe they went international with it, baby. Everybody was there. So check all that out. It's cute. I'm not getting anything for it, but I do want to be in the mix with them. So share this with them. Let them know that I support Black Love. Y'all know they've been together since they was like 16. They in they early 40s, but they've been together since they was 16, since before college. They've been together as a couple, laid up together. I don't know what's clogging me up. I think because I sleep in front of my fan. But yeah. Anyway, look at the pictures. They're on Instagram. Check them out. When I'm on social media, I interact the most with the people who I have built community with on TikTok, because TikTok people seem to be the most interactive in general. Okay. I post some pictures on Instagram and people will like them, but they don't get shared. I also will post reels on Instagram that also get shared to Facebook. My Facebook community are the people who in person know me the most, or who I've had in person interaction with the most. They are the least supportive. The people who I know in person are the least supportive. And I'm going to tell you why I think that is. I think that I'm the most free on TikTok. And because I'm the most free on TikTok, I'm the most genuine there. And people enjoy genuine conversation and personality on TikTok. I think that I get the least interaction from people that I know, because most of those people are people that I've known in church settings, and those people are not kind. They are the least kind. I know that that's not something that people want you to say, but they're the least kind and the least supportive, because those people want you to be in a certain box. And when you are not in that box, they are not supportive. Even though they are the biggest proponents of unconditional love, they actually are not the most supportive people, unfortunately. And if you are somebody listening to this and you know me from Facebook, tell me I'm wrong. Especially the people who I know who are in my city, those people are the least supportive. They don't support most of what you do in most areas. They are the biggest haters. In general, again, and these are church people. Unless you just talking about church in a very closed-minded way, most of them don't support you. The only time they ever really interact with your post is if you're talking about somebody passing away, and then they love to send their condolences. That's it. And so I'm saying that to preface that I know that I made a post, which is going to be the conversation that I'm in right now. And when I tell you that when I post that it was a video, when I made that video and I posted it on TikTok, I got a lot of supportive interaction on there. A lot of conversation came of it. I got a lot of interaction there. Once that video made its way to Facebook, only one person that I know interacted with it. Only one. And the interaction that came from that was that I was going to upset a lot of people and that I was going to ruffle some feathers. Because that person knew that this topic wasn't going to be received well by the community in which I belong to on Facebook. And that community, again, is a community of church going people. Nobody touched the conversation. I know they talking about me because I've been around them and I've seen them talk about people a lot in spaces, but I know that they're not going to talk to me because they don't want to have real conversation, right? Because I'm willing to have conversations with many people all the time about things, but nobody interacted. They don't even interact to tell me their opposition to it. because they don't want to have the conversation. And what is the conversation? So recently, Louisiana has decided to pass a bill that the 10 Commandments need to be posted in the classroom. And I know some people are like, well, why? But number one is there is a problem when we've always had this agreement of the separation of church and state, but now the state is saying that church need to be in the classroom, public school, which means that we're not separating church and state. We're bringing them together, and we're telling the children what church they need to follow, what set of rules they need to follow. That then means that we're pushing the religion not only on the children, but also on the teachers, because why is it there if the teachers can't discuss it? And now the teachers should discuss it, because why would you have anything in a classroom that the teachers are not discussing? If you want your children to belong, to follow Christian values, then you should put your children in a Christian school. Once you put your children in a public school, then you are responsible then for providing them with the religion that you want them to abide by. Okay. And then those rules then should be reiterated in your home. Let me tell you something that I 100% happened in my life. I've gone to church my whole entire life. My family, my parents, the drug addict and the alcoholic sent me to church every Sunday. Even when I wasn't spending the weekends with my grandma, which we spent most of our weekends with my grandma, but even when we did not spend weekends with my grandma, that church van picked me and my brother up and took us to church. Up until I was 15, I 100% went to church just about every Sunday unless I was sick, either from my grandma's house or from the church van picking me up from my house and taking me to church. My grandma and my aunt were on the finance committee at my church. My grandma at some point also taught Sunday school to adults at my church that I grew up in. I've never heard any of my family pray. I've never heard anybody. I don't remember ever hearing my grandma pray. My aunt was on the finance committee. I don't remember ever hearing her pray. I don't remember hearing my other aunt, who was always at church with us, pray. I don't remember us praying over dinner ever. I do know a prayer of God is good, God is great, Lord, we thank you for our food. By his hands we must be fed, give us all our daily bread. I don't remember if I only said that at church or if I said that at home, but I don't remember that being a prayer at like family dinners and whatnot. I don't remember us praying over the food at any kind of family dinners. I only remember praying for food when I got around the people when I started singing. When I honestly remember it is like, yes, we prayed at church. If there was something down in the basement when there was like a food happening, there was a reason for food to happen after church, not a funeral. Of course there was prayer there, but like there would be like functions where there would also involve food, and then we would pray over the food, and then the thing would happen, whatever was going on down in the basement after church. I remember that being a time of prayer. I don't know if I remember my grandma being a part of the praying, like the actual person who prayed. I want to say maybe there were times when my grandma was responsible for praying in a service, but I can't remember. Actually, I don't remember seeing it. My grandmother on my mom's side, that was my dad's side of the family. On my mom's side, my grandmother was like what they would call like super religious, but also she didn't share that with us. So like when we stayed, there were minimal times when we would spend the night with my grandmother at her house, and when we stayed at her house, you had to stay in your room we stayed in the room together, my brother and I, and we weren't allowed to come downstairs until she was done doing her devotionals. Like, she didn't share that with us. So I never actually saw her praying. We just knew that it was like a big deal for her to be in her devotionals and have her devotional time in the morning. And we couldn't come downstairs. We had to literally tell her that we was like about to bust at the seams to be able to use the bathroom, because the bathroom was not on the second floor, it was on the first floor, where she was her bedroom and her husband's bedroom and the kitchen were the living room, all of that was there. And then we had like a bedroom, it was like a loft space, I guess, upstairs. So you had to come downstairs to use the bathroom, but we had to keep on asking because she wasn't listening to us because she was in devotions. And so you had to ask, please can I use the bathroom? Please can I use the bathroom? Please, I know, shut up. That's the life that I lived. And then she would like either be like, hurry up, and like we would run down, use the bathroom, and have to go straight back upstairs. Don't talk to her because she's in devotionals. Or you had to wait until she was done if she felt like she was closer to being done with her devotionals. But I don't remember actually hearing her pray or seeing her praying. It was like that was her own personal thing, stay out her business, right? But I've always gone to church. There was never really a discussion about keeping the commandments. It wasn't ever really discussions about, that. It was kind of like you learned it because we know that we sent you to Sunday school, abide by it. So for it to be in the classroom seems very forceful to me. um I also at one point was a Sunday school teacher. I was also a youth leader. I was the director of the youth ministry at one point at my church. Growing up, I taught dance. I've taught liturgical dance at church. I've taught mime. I know some of y'all don't like it, but I did teach it at not only my church, but many other churches. I've mimed on the street, not for liturgical reasons, but just for money. Actually, I got paid to be a mime at the opening of a store with some friends of mine. I've taught, I've mimed at other churches under other people. I've done a lot of religious stuff. I've sang in gospel choirs, sang in a gospel group. I recorded a gospel song. I also was a part of a rap song where my choir was the background for a local rapper in my city. Uh, I've done a lot of church stuff, y'all. I've done a lot of church stuff. I've been involved in a church for at least 25, 30 years, right? In lots of capacities. I still feel like putting the 10 commandments in public school is unfair to the children. They did not ask for this. I know that parents are there. It just feels like the Christians are very mean, and when they say like they don't want other things in the classroom, they don't want the kids to be confused. I'm confused by how that they can put this in the classroom, and then there are Jewish teachers, there are Muslim teachers, there are atheist teachers. Why would we then believe that they will give the best teaching of Christianity's rules to children? And my bigger question with this being Pride Month, and I know some of you, some people, y'all don't tell me you don't believe in it, but y'all just don't support people's rights to live life. But with this being Pride Month, I have been having this question of how do we have this conversation of our children are confused by homosexual relationships or any kind of understanding of the LGBTQIA community, saying that they are confused by something that they haven't been taught. They just haven't been taught yet, which means that in the schools, every concept that is being taught is new to them. And so it's all confusing until it is taught and explained, right? So sure, in the beginning, your children might be confused because it is a new concept. I don't think they are any more confused than when you start to bring algebra into their lives. Algebra is confusing as hell to a lot of us, but once it has been explained and taught to us, then we get it. Like, oh, okay, that's how these letters and these numbers work together. That's how it is. And I feel like so many of you are more focused on the sexual aspect of it when it also is not that confusing. Pieces go into other pieces, and that's pretty much how the sexual part of it works. Love, on the other hand, is not confusing to our children because we do have our children understand that you can love your mom and you can love your grandma and you can love and be a girl and you can love your dad and be a girl. So understanding that somebody could be a girl and love women in any way is not confusing. That is something that adults just decide that they're not going to accept as a possible thing for people. But I still think that it's not a confusing concept. It is a confusing for you as parents to teach. Most parents do not teach or speak to their children about sex and love in general. They just kind of think that they'll just like figure it out on their own. Then they get mad when they're not good at it, when they have like relationships in their high school and they don't really know how to have relationships because you all have not had good relationships. So you don't know how to explain how relationships work well because you haven't figured it out on your own. And then you get mad because now your children need to know it. And it is your responsibility to teach them about sex. And you don't really feel comfortable talking about it. You can't even talk about it with your partners at all. You don't explain to your partners what can be pleasing to you. So you don't know how to explain any of that to your children. And now we're adding on more concepts that you have to teach. That's really where the disconnect is, that you all as parents are not comfortable speaking about sex in general, and the only thing that you attach to homosexual relationships is sex. So you don't know how to talk about that which you are uncomfortable with. Instead of saying that, you say that your children are confused when they're not. They're confused by your confusing teachings. That's number one. Number two, how are your children then confused about that situation, but they understand adultery? They understand what we mean when we mean not to covet somebody else's wife or property or things like that. They understand those concepts. Adultery is literally about sex, but you all are talking about that your children understand that concept of sex, but they don't understand a different concept of sex. Why isn't adultery not confusing? Why is it not confusing especially when you all are watching so many shows that include adultery? Y'all love Scandal. All of y'all love Scandal. So many of y'all made Scandal so popular, and not only Scandal, but you also made Grey's Anatomy so popular. It is about sex all the time. It's about adultery. The main character in Scandal, the two main characters, the president and Olivia, were committing adultery. Y'all watched it all day. You supported it all the time. You loved it. You loved that they were fighting for one another to be together, and they were being together. And y'all watched it and you did it all the time. You let it go, and y'all supported adultery all up and in and through. All up and in and through. You support promiscuous sex when you're watching Grey's Anatomy all up and in and through. And you sit there and your children have seen these shows. They know you watch them. Even if they haven't seen it, they know you watch it. They old enough to Google. They can see what's going on. They know what's happening. But you think that the only thing that they don't understand is two women loving each other. Because you can't understand in your mind how they're having sex. because you in your mind can't understand how they are having sex. You don't care that they love each other. You don't care about the dating part of it. Any of those things which you not explain. The only part of it that you are focused on is the how of the sex. But adultery has been running rampant through everything that y'all do. Y'all know about the people. You stayed with your man that been cheating. Your kid been listening to you crying on the phone with your friends about how he stayed cheating. He always doing this. Y'all been yelling in the house. The kids be in the house listening to y'all yelling. They understand that they're not confused by that. You don't sit them down and explain it to them. You just let them be in the house listening to it. You in the car talking about this cheating, promiscuity. You talk about it all the time, but that's not confusing to your children. You don't know what's confusing to your children really because y'all not having conversations with them. You've told them something was nasty and now they're confused. You think they're confused because somebody else is telling them that it's not. They're not confused on the concept. You're making them confused about whether it's okay or not. And y'all not trying to save them. Y'all been listening to the music you listen to about sex. You listen to y'all watch the shows y'all watch about sex. And you could be like, my kids don't be watching the shows I watch. Most of the shows that they're watching, even on Disney, on Nickelodeon, the kids is coupling up. They be going on dates, they kissing, all that stuff. That's all sexual indoctrination itself, but you don't see it that way because it's heterosexual. But y'all got the kids that's talking about sex early on. Steve Urkel was steady trying to date Laura. Why can't the kids just be kids? Why we got to be talking about dating? Why we got to be? They was young. He liked her. Before you, an age where you would say that you would let your child date, y'all was entertained by the kids talking about dating and kissing and hugging and the dances they want to go to. All of this stuff was happening on them shows, and you wasn't worried about the kids then. When Rudy was liking Bud, it was so cute. That's kids, sex, relationship. We was doing it. They still doing it today. Your kids are not confused. You all don't have conversation. And it's not really that you're confused, that you're worried about your kids, because again, they putting this in the classroom. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal, but they see you stealing when y'all not having the conversations, but when you lying, and that thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal. But when you tell your baby, oh, you're 6 today because we got to get into the zoo and it's 7 you got to pay, so just tell them you 6. You teach them to lie. They not confused about when to lie, because then you get mad at them because they lie to you, but you just told them to lie to the people. You told them to lie when somebody was trying to call on the phone and you won't answer the phone, and kids saying your phone ringing and you like, I'm not answering that. I'm not here right now. They know you lying when you do that. You be stealing when you do that. When you telling them we going just lie and say that just say you this age, whatever, or you putting a baby, your sister in the trunk of the car so y'all could go to the drive-in movie, but we only want to pay for this amount of people, and then we get out, we just go ahead and let you out and sit there. You lying. When you be packing up your stuff and getting your snacks from the Dollar Tree and then put them in your purse and you take them to the movies, you be teaching your kids to lie. But we can't talk about it. They not confused about that because y'all are teaching them that, but it need to be in here. It need to be in the classroom. The kids is confused. The kids is confused. No, they not. They not confused by that. They confused by you because you be doing a lot of hypocritical stuff. You want me to tell you what your kids are confused on? Let me tell you something y'all kids are confused on. This is very simple. This is very, very simple. This is something I know y'all don't be thinking about. When your child is crying because they wanted that McDonald's because you didn't tell them what days are McDonald's days, and you acting like they don't wake up and they don't want some McDonald's today. In their mind, they just thinking I would like McDonald's. They don't know how to be like, oh, you know what I could go for today? McDonald's. But when they ask for the McDonald's and then you yell at them and scream at them and then they crying because you screaming at them because they want the McDonald's, when they just like, dang girl, I know that we couldn't just have McDonald's. It show up randomly any other time because you make the decision on when you want to have. That's why they're confused. They're crying because they're confused and they don't know how to say, like, well, I'm confused. I don't know what days the McDonald's days. Why is it wrong if I ask for the McDonald's? But it's not wrong that you just pop up on it on a day when I didn't even want McDonald's. Now I got to eat McDonald's because that's what you was in the mood for. Never am I in the mood. We ain't worried about I'm in the mood. Just because I'm 4, you don't think I'm in the mood for McDonald's today. You mad because I'm in the mood for McDonald's today. Your baby's confused because they didn't know they couldn't ask for McDonald's without getting yelled at and ridiculed. Feelings hurt. And then getting in trouble because their feelings is hurt because they just felt like they wanted McDonald's today. I know y'all like to think that y'all trying to save y'all kids, but y'all lying and y'all using y'all kids for y'all lie because you're confused. It's a guy I know. He will post up on social media all the time about how the award shows is crazy. They showing all this bad stuff that, you know, with the I don't even know how you say it. I can't say it. But the performances, sorry, I could not get the word to come out. The performances are like the devil and you know they promote an evil, but he keep listening to the songs and he keep watching the show. Every year he talks about it, but he still tune in to see evil performances. At some point, you got to be honest with yourself and say that you like the evil stuff. The kids is confused because you keep being like, yeah, this is evil, but you keep watching it. Your kid is confused. Well, why you keep watching the evil stuff? It might not be that bad. So of course I'm going to want to listen. Of course I'm going to want to sneak and try. That's more confusing. They wouldn't be confused if you were less closed-minded and you opened your mind and learned something instead of being like, oh, the Bible say a lot of stuff. You still be eating them shrimp boils, so just miss me with it. You're not supposed to eat shrimp and you still be eating it. You love a seafood boil all the time. You blending your material all the time. You boasting about the stuff that you get all the time. You posting it all up on social media all the time. You talking about my so-and-so is better than yours all the time. Y'all be in church. Talking about this is the best choir. The best means you're in competition with somebody else. Is that what the Lord asks you to do? I don't think so. I don't think the Lord asks you to be in competition with any other church's choir. I don't think so. You be in there all done up to go to the Lord's house. Did he ask you to do that? I don't think so. You be out here all the time missing work sometimes so you could chase the bag. Did the Lord ask you to do that? I don't think so. I don't think so. You be in church texting your friends, talking about where y'all gonna go after dinner. Did he ask you to not pay attention? I don't think so. So that you get the brunch, you be dressed up, high heels, all of this stuff. Who are you doing that for? The Lord? I don't think you are. But you judging and want to have the commandments in y'all's classrooms, and y'all don't think nothing's wrong with it. The kids are confused by your own hypocritical actions. They're not confused by two people loving each other. I'm sorry they not, but you are. And you should say that. So somebody could teach you something Because even though you thought you learned something in 1982, 1995, 1997, 2001, doesn't mean that what you were taught, number one, was right or that teachings can't evolve. Your kids be learning new math all the time. The kids ain't confused, you are. When the new math come out, the kids ain't confused because they just learning in real time right now. You're confused because it's new to you. It's a new concept to you, and you're confused, and you don't want to have to learn it. So then you mad at the school and mad at the teacher because the concept is new, and you're like, these kids is confused because they know you're confused, babes. You're confused. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you are confused. You don't understand. Once you get to that point, then we can teach you the rest of it. But if you get stuck on it's wrong, I ain't learning it, and the kids is confused because it's wrong. Listen, committing a murder is wrong too. But the kids understand it. They understand what it is. If you keep lying to them, tell them it don't exist, it's not a thing. How they gonna learn? You're confused, and you need to learn, and you need to be open so that you can teach your children how to do the same. The world only bad because y'all won't let it be better. And anytime anybody tries to make it be something different, you giving a pushback because you don't want to learn change. You're afraid of change. Admit that, and then we can move to the next thing. But we can't move to the next thing until y'all can admit that y'all are afraid of change. And I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to people who are afraid, hiding behind, it's an abomination. You're not the Lord. The world changes all the time, and our understanding of what God has said always changes. And I only want you to stick with that scripture that I know you're going to try to pull up on me. If you're going to pull up the rest of them, you're going to stick with them too. But if you watching the movies where they murdering people, if you're watching horror films, if you're watching TV shows where there's adultery, if you're watching TV shows where they are making fun of people, then you are just as bad. You're just as bad. If you do not first lead with love and then continue with love and then roll it all around in love, you're just as bad. I really don't care if that hurts your feelings today, but I'm telling you the truth. A lot of y'all surround yourselves with evil just so that y'all got places to judge, and because judging feels good to you, and that is a thing that you need to explore yourself. You have to have a mind that is open to loving people. Y'all are entertained a lot by bad things or people who don't believe as you do. It's a lot of y'all who really do rock with a lot of people who are not Christians, and y'all don't even care to know because they entertain you so much. And then you turn around and will say this thing like, "Oh, Jesus said y'all don't be believing none of that because y'all be rocking with the non-Christians all the time and all the things they do, and you let non-Christians get into your head and mind all day, and then you turn around and then be like, but this one thing." Y'all stop being hypocrites today. Y'all sit around, y'all love to watch uh Abbott Elementary. The creator of that don't even believe in God. She don't. Look it up. She's not a Christian just because she black, y'all. Quintus does not believe in God. But y'all love to watch it. Now, I'm not telling you I don't watch it. But I also don't walk around being like, abomination. I just know what I'm into. I just try to be more knowledgeable about what I'm doing. Right? But y'all don't even care because y'all just want to be entertained. Y'all be watching the shows, and you'll watch shows with actors who are gay, and then be like, it's an abomination. Y'all get y'all hair done by people who are gay, and then be like, but it's an abomination, but you letting them touch you. Y'all want to get y'all makeup done by people who are gay, and then be like, but it's an abomination, but you letting them touch you. You don't know what the religion is of the people who cook your food, but you eating. Y'all really don't care. Y'all just like to judge people when there's opportunities to do so, and then try to use Jesus as your reason why you're allowed to do so. Keep your mouth shut, keep your mind open, and keep your heart in prayer. That would be my suggestion. And so if they try to run into your city with this daggone commandments put in classroom, you got to understand that not everybody is. Now, I'm more um open to this because my family it includes many other religions, that I would not want my nieces, my nephews, my cousins to be to feel excluded in their classroom because this school now this school now requires them to be on a daily basis because it's there up in their face all day every day. The school don't belong to Jesus, and Jesus never told y'all to do this. So if y'all are for the commandments being put in the classroom, y'all have to know that this is not what the Lord was telling y'all to do. He never told y'all to make anybody. What happened to the free will? We're not giving the children free will if we forcing them to look at it every day. It is a force. And I know you be like, oh, so we forcing them to do math? Yes. Oh, so we forcing them to sit in the classroom every day? Yes, we are. If they had their choice, would they want to? No. So we have to understand that. Am I saying that it's wrong that we make them do certain things? No, I'm not. No, I don't. I'm not saying that I don't understand that we are making them do certain things. But what I'm saying is that if certain families have chosen to not have that religion, and then we are forcing them to have that religion in their face all day, every day, that's wrong, and we're doing it not as free will. They have the right to choose to not have to see that. They have the right to choose to not follow that Christian religion. I know that some, like I said from the beginning, I know that some of my Facebook people do listen to this, and I'm not sorry if this made you feel away, but I'm open for the having a discussion. So go ahead on, y'all. Hit me up in my DMs. Hit me up on my JusSayinpodcast at gmail.com if you want to have a discussion with me. We can have a discussion. You could tell me how you don't support this at all, or give me your reasonings why you think that it would be okay for this. Give me your reasons on how you think that you don't support adultery when you was watching Scandal. Give them to me. Let me hear it. We can talk about any other movie or TV show where you're supporting it. Lots of things that don't go against the values you say that you hold for entertainment's purposes. And again, I believe in God? Yes. Do I believe in Jesus? I do. I'm not afraid to say those things here, there, or anywhere. What I do say is that I do believe that, and I'm not saying I'm the only person. I know many people who are like this, but so what I'm saying is I do believe that I understand what I am doing when I do certain things. I don't hide from myself the fact that I watched Scandal, but I understood that it was a adulterous relationship. That's all I'm saying. Are you being honest with you? And if you're being honest with you, then why are you condemning other people for what you believe they should not be doing? You do lots of things you shouldn't be doing either. You letting them be alone in their own decisions is the Christian way. If you feel a way, then pray for them. A genuine prayer, not a hateful prayer. Because some of y'all will also pray for people in the name of hate. Just to be honest with y'all. But I don't want to talk about that no more because y'all already know. Y'all already know. All right, now that y'all done feeling like y'all being judged, feeling like y'all being judged or whatever, let me just let you know, this weekend it looks like it's about to be nice outside. So even though I already told you I don't have any plans, I do hope that I do get to go outside, maybe to the park or something. I thought I was going to get some skates because I really want to start skating, but I also want to try double dutching because I haven't done double dutching in like 2 years, maybe 3 years. But I would like to, try some double dutching. So maybe I might get the girls down and we might, pull out some ropes. I don't know where we're gonna get some ropes from. I don't know, but I'm gonna look into that and see if we could get some double dutch. Hopefully, if we do, there'll be some video and some pictures up online. Make sure, guys, that you all. I know y'all ain't getting the stretching sessions, but you should just stretch your body. Get the pointed toes, flex your ankles, move your wrist around, stretch your arms up to the sky real high, and then bend your body down, move your body left to right to left, and rotate your hips. Rotate your hips. Put on a song you like and move around. If you can't dance in your house by yourself, where can you dance? If y'all can't go to Bella Noche, where can you go? And drink your water. Take your vitamins and drink your water. It's very important, y'all. Stop trying to keep on showing the people that your Stanley cup can keep that water cold. Drink that water. Put it in your body. Okay, I don't care what cup it come out of. Make sure you drinking water. Okay, lots of it. You need lots of fluid. Stay hydrated. Stop drinking that soda and them coffees, and get you some water. For every cup of coffee, you need 2 cups of water. That's how it kind of works, just to help your body stay hydrated. One of my friends right now is in the hospital from her kidneys not feeling real good. I don't know why that is, but we don't all want to. I don't want to see all of y'all there. Some of y'all can help that by making sure that you are take less intake on some things you shouldn't have and more intake on some things you should have. Get some water. Okay, get your life together. Shout out to my friend who is feeling bad. Them kidneys is hurting her right now. Hopefully they come back. That the medicine will help you and you'll be doing good later. And y'all who pray for her. I'll be back next week, but y'all already know I gotta go get ready for work because again, I'm not I'm not making nobody here, but y'all get, pay a black woman. Y'all get that cash app anytime you want to. I would appreciate it if you do. And we'll just go from there. If you don't hit it, I still love you. I hope to see you next week when I come back to talk about something. Y'all, it is me, Danny, and you've been listening to the Just Saying podcast. Bye, y'all.